What I'm going to do now is this is merino wool that I've braided up. I'm going to do a dye process that gives me a nice sort of smooth blend from colour to colour, but quite large areas of one colour, which is the reason why I'm using a braiding technique, because I can do a sort of small area like this, but in fact it's almost a sort of a 2 foot long piece of merino, so it's quite a long length of one colour. So I've braided that for now because it makes it more compact. And what I'm going to do first of all is I need to soak this in water. So I've got some cold water here. I just need to add some citric acid crystals to that. So got about a litre and a half of water here, so I'll just put about 1.5 tablespoons of the citric acid in there. This water is reusable. Once I've soaked the wool, I can reuse this on another batch. After a while it may be necessary to top up the water and top up the citric acid crystals, but they do last for more than one go. So I'm just going to roll this up into a kind of a sort of roll shape there, and then that pops that into there. And just let that soak. I'm not going to put it down into the water, I'm just going to let that take up the water. It'll soon sink down. It'll probably soak about half an hour or so, and then what I'll do is I'll take that out and wring out the majority of the water, and the next process is going to be to lay this out onto a piece of cling film, and I'll prepare my dyes, and then I'm just going to actually paint the dye over the top of lengths of these different parts of this wool, creating the different colours. There may be some repeats, but probably not many. I want there to be some variation, but not too much of colour. So the next thing to do is to come back to you when that's soaked, and I'll show you what happens next. Thanks. Hi there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to dye this wool. As you remember, I've been soaking it in the water now. It's been soaking there for a while. It would have only needed about half an hour or so, but I've given it a bit longer. Just bring it a bit closer, you can see it's now quite wet. And I've put some cling film down on the table, and I just need to now take the wool out of here and place it down onto this surface. So now that I've got that laid out, I've got the colours made up, which I've got the teal green colour. You can sort of see the colour there on the stick, and a brown. It looks pretty dark there. Basically that's brown. And what I'm going to do is, using the pipette, going to place colour in fairly sort of large areas over here. Separate that, as I said, I don't want to get them too close to each other in case the colours all mix together. When I wrap this up, I'll separate it out a bit further so that the colours aren't too close to each other in the dye bath. And I've got gloves on this time. I often use gloves when I'm dyeing wool, but I want to make sure that I can really push this dye into the wool. through underneath. Any little drips that are out on the plastic here, and just pick up with the wool. I don't mind if this wool dyes with a slightly blotchy effect, because it's going to be spun into yarn, and it's going to match with clothing that I've got that has mixtures of different shades of these colours in it anyway, so it would work quite well if it wasn't a smooth, even colour in the wool. So you can see it's gone through to the other side. And just really squidge that around in there. Get it through. Make sure that it's right into the inside of these bits of the plait. Just smush that in there. A bit paler under there, so we'll just give that a squeeze and get some of the colour underneath. There we go, it's a bit better. There, that's pretty good, and then I'll go on to the brown. I'm going to leave some areas of the wool not dyed as well, because, as I say, this is meant to match with the top that I've got, some clothing that I've got, and it's there's plenty of cream background in the actual top, so I don't need to put colour on this whole thing. I'm going to do some of it white, or natural. Now I mixed this brown with a couple of different colours. There was a brown, but also I've added a bit of red and a bit of blue to it to take it more towards the sort of purplish side of brown, because the colour that I've got, this brown, has a slightly yellow background colour to it. I didn't want that to happen with the teal that's in the other colour. And I've worked with this before, and I've added those colours to it before, and it takes it more towards a sort of nice cocoa brown that I wanted, so I did it again. You can start to see the colour of that brown a bit more now. It looked really dark, obviously, when it was just dye, but as it's spreading out into the wool, you can see the colour of the brown that it actually is. And that's doing quite well. Okay. That's just about it. So I'm going to try and mop up any bits of this brown dye that are still there. Good. As I say, I'm leaving these areas of wool without any dye on, because I want to preserve some of that colour for when I spin. So that's now nicely done. And what I'm going to do, because I've done it actually this way, I wasn't planning to necessarily, but it's worked out like that, I'm going to just bring these colours together so that the package is a nice sort of even colour, teal colour and brown colour there. So it doesn't matter if there's some cross-contamination this way, but I don't want a cross-contamination that way, obviously. So I'm just going to wipe this brown off my hands again, just so that I don't put it all over the teal. Also wrapping it up. So just wipe off any little drips that have gone onto the cling film as well. This may leak whilst it's setting, but hopefully it'll have done most of the setting by then, so it'll be alright. So I'm just going to wrap that over there first. And wrap that side over there. And then just wrap that up to there. And up to there. So that's made the packet. And then I'm just going to wrap this up this way, and so I end up with that ready to go into the dye bath. So what I've got is I've got my slow cooker, and I've got that set up with a rack, which I'll just show you. So right, what I've got here is I've got the slow cooker, which has got a small amount of water in the bottom, and in there I've put a rack of just kebab skewers on top of a metal ring, which I don't know if you can see, just about make out, which raises it up above the level of the water. And so what that's going to do is create a steam bath for this to sit in. I'm just going to put that in there now, and that just sits on top of there. Press it down so that I can put the lid on, and then the steam will help set the dye into this. Okay, and then basically let that steam. Because it's an enclosed pot, the steam's not going to escape anywhere. I can leave that in there for quite a while. It's a slow cooker, so the steam that's created is off a slow simmer rather than a rolling boil, and obviously it's going to take a while to produce enough heat to actually set this dye. It's a slow cooker, obviously you expect that. So instead of leaving it for maybe 20 minutes that you might do on a pan on a hob, I'm going to leave this for about an hour and let that slowly set. It'll get hot right the way through to the middle, and all the dye will then go into the wool. And I'll show you that when it's finished. Okay? See you soon. Okay, so I've taken the roll out now. That's been in there for a while, and it's cooled down a lot now. The best thing to do is to pull away some of the cling film into the corner, and then squeeze out some of the water from the set. And if it comes out clear, you know that all the dye has gone into the wool, so you know it's all done. So anyway, this is allowed to cool a lot now, so I can touch it. So we really just need to take it out of the cling film and then put it back in here to just dry off. So you can see the variegation of the colour has stayed in place really nicely, and it hasn't bled through from one part to the other when it was in the roll. It kept it all together nicely. So I've just put that in so just put it back in there to cool down, and then it'll need to be rinsed to get rid of the citric acid and any of the last remnants of dye that might be in there. Come out of there as well, and then it just needs to be allowed to dry, and then that's basically ready to spin straight away. So that's it. I'll show you the picture of the finished roving once it's been dried, and then that's ready to spin, as I say. So thanks very much for watching. Bye.